right, switch. We're only off by 20 minutes on that or so. It's Pete right here, wrestling with Horror, joined by Jay, man. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going, man? Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, my God.
You know, before we even begin, I just got to ask, you don't have AIDS or anything, do you?
That was the most fucked up. I was like, out of everything that was fucked up, she just gets up and says, you don't have AIDS or anything, do you? And he was like, no. Like,
after, like, it's
afterwards.
Afterwards.
Yeah. This question wasn't asked beforehand. It was just like after the fact. Hey, I let you raw dog me. You don't have AIDS, do you? Like, no? Okay, we're good. We're good.
I've been waiting all week to get, since we decided, I've been waiting all week for this moment so I could ask it, because I was like, it's like so random. It's like, what?
I'll just take you at your word here that you don't have the HIV.
No,
you don't have the HIV. You don't have the Magic Johnson.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway.
Oh my God. Welcome, everybody. Manliness is in the chat. I see what is it? Hang on. I see Trina.
Hey.
Trina, we haven't mentioned the fact that I'm wrestling this weekend in West Branch, Michigan at Dragon's Den Imports. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Hi, Trina. Yeah. We kind of moved the start time up a little bit, especially now that it's summer and the boys out of school. So, yeah. Far from Blake is in the chat.
Hey, Blake.
Blake, I was talking to him earlier. I'm going to try to get him on Friday night with us. We're going to be debuting a new panelist Friday night. So yeah, he hit me up on like in the comment section in one of the videos and was like, or my post about the Friday the 13th, which we're watching. Jason Goes to Hell. I voluntarily was like, we're gonna watch Jason Goes to Hell.
You can't see my post. I've got that poster framed and laminated. I love
That's
it.
what you said.
Yeah.
You have that one.
Yeah. I've got part 7 as well. I've got do I have Manhattan? I might have Manhattan. I have a few of them. I think 7 was like I had to get 7. I like 6, but it's hard to find. I only collect real the 2740 one sheet, the real posters, not reprints or whatever. So
yeah,
it's hard to find some
because I got a reprint of the part.
Yeah, reprint you can just get like no problem. But I get the original, like actual posters. So it's like, and then I did laminate them, which I guess was really the wrong thing to do. Like I got Army of Darkness, I got Phantasm 4. Signed by Angus Scrim. And that's a really nice one.
Me and Trina reviewed the entire Phantasm series.
Love them.
Yeah. I bought the set. I'm like, let's review these.
I don't think you'll be able to see, but I've got. Do you see? Okay, you see the Blue Demon wrestling it? That's the sphere, and the discs are in it. The DVDs are in the sphere. Yeah, that is all. It's got the spikes and everything. Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's rad. Yeah. That's fucking. I need one of those because I've got a lament configuration. I need a sphere.
I need a lament. I need a lament configure. I need to get a lament configuration. I keep holding off on. I'm like, I want to get one, and I saw one that kind of moves like that looks cool, but then I'm not sure.
Mine opens, but it gets stuck, and I'm like, the first time I was going to open it, I'm like, if it's not opening, I'm like, God knows I probably shouldn't open this. I'm like, I've seen how this shit happens.
It's supposed to go like this.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm a masochist, but like, I don't want my flesh ripped off. I'm like, I have some hard limits. But no, this movie, wait, spoiler for a 40+ year film. Angela is really Peter, and therefore has a Peter.
Peter Baker.
Peter Baker. So yeah, this is from 1988, and it shows this is a 1988 movie, which I'm not saying that is a bad thing.
No, I'm saying that's a super positive.
Yes, because the end of the 80s, we'd seen the peak of the slasher film in the 80s. This one is a follow-up to the 83, so you've got a 5-year gap there, and holy bejesus, did this thing, like, right from the word go, this movie is just fucking bonkers.
It's bonkers.
I like the fact that Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen's sister is in this, and they reference the two young boys that are taking pictures of the girls' tits are Charlie and Emilio. And I'm
my God, mind blown. Never caught that. I've seen this movie 4,000 times. Never caught that.
The Estevez girl. Yeah. I was like, as soon as I saw that name in the credits, I'm like, and then I'm listening to the dialogue, and they're like, Charlie and Emilio have been campers here for years. I was like, God damn, they worked their names in. I love it.
Well, they're a tag team. They're the Tit Patrol. So
the Tit Patrol. Yeah, who's gonna see the Tit Patrol? That too.
Wasn't that genius? Wasn't that?
Oh my God, dude! This movie is fucking just the dub over, the voiceover, the ADR is so far off. It like right in the first scene, I'm watching it and I'm like, it's jarring. I'm like, wait, okay, all right. So then you settle into it. And you're like, all right, this is gonna be like this, and just look around and don't focus on their mouth movements with the dialogue.
It might be like my library copy, because I've got it on Blu-ray and whatnot, and I think it's fine there. So I'm not sure if that was just the damn library's fault or whatever.
It's all good, but it was it was kind of funny because like I saw it the first scene, and then like what's his name, the counselor TC. Oh my God!
Oh, the hair, man.
Holy Brian Bosworth.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, if he had the little ponytail and some coloring in that shit, I was like, he's the Boz, baby. He needed a mullet. He needed the side shave.
Yeah.
But Angela just starts killing motherfuckers like
immediately.
That first poor girl, she just walks into, clubbed right in the fucking head, just donk right in the head, cuts her tongue out. And this is because you're a bad camper. I'm like, oh, this bitch is happy about it. Like, we're not even trying to fucking hide this. And I sent her home. It's like I sent her home. Yeah,
that was the
sent her home. Yeah. Well, we find out where home is later in the fucking movie. Holy shit.
How many people got killed? Like everybody, every single person that you see is dead. There's like 30 victims or something. It's crazy.
It's like every character that gets introduced gets fucking killed.
Yeah, all of them.
And like the one, I was laughing. Fucking poor Diane. Diane's gonna be your new counselor, Molly. I'm like, where the fuck are all the other girls? Aren't they dead? Yeah. Like, you haven't seen any other girls outside of that cabin, except in the mess hall. I think they had some. And then, like, she just fucking poor Diane's walking over, and she just catches one in the gut. Just like, oh, Angela, pop, right in the fucking. And she fucking stabs you. You see her just twist, and I'm
twist it. Yeah, she twists.
I was like, they paid attention to detail here. All right, right, But damn, dude, that shit was it was funny.
It's so funny,
just so fucking brutal.
What about? I love like looking for the. Like the girl's like saying, she's like, oh, then I called Mare and she didn't answer. It's like, oh, really? And then she's walking around looking for
weapons.
She's looking for weapons in front of the girl.
What are you doing? Fixing my guitar.
He's like, and she's like, I didn't want to tell the thing because I didn't want to cause trouble. Yeah, no need to cause any trouble, you know.
Yeah. I love
trying to ghetto blaster. Like, no, that's not.
Yeah, she's like, I was like, is that a say anything homage? She's gonna be hold it above her head.
Yeah, Pamela Springsteen. Oh my god, she's fire.
That was
she's back in part 3. It's her again. She's back in part 3. So,
dude, yeah, she
was
best. Fucking awesome in this.
She's awesome. Like,
she's awesome, dude. She's fantastic. Like, you had all this serious slasher shit, and you had the whole thing was just funny.
Like, all of it, every line of dialogue. I was like, speaking of the devil, look who's on TV.
His fucking head is just in this buzzer. He just, I was like, oh, the bitch, she shoves the girl in the fucking toilet.
Oh yeah,
in the outhouse. She's like shoving her there with a stick.
Yeah, first she stabbed her in the back a few times, and then she threw it.
I'm like, if she stabbed her, like she stabbed her like 3 times, and that was like a good 5 to 6 inch blade, and that bitch like went in all the way in.
Yeah, like she's.
I'm like, she could be just walking around. Like, she's like, she probably would have hit a lung. Like, she's gonna be bleeding internally and externally. I'm like, her lungs are filling with blood. I love it. They just got her walking around. Yeah, it reminded me of was that Buffy where Paul Rubens was like, oh yeah,
he was kicking the wall. If you watch the end of the Buffy credits, he's back. Yep. He's still lying there. Yeah, he's still dying.
Like, how long did it take him to die?
Yeah.
Wait, Springsteen's sister didn't get nude in this one.
No, not her, but Allie did. Everyone else got nude except for Molly. The good girl or whatever, who's Estevez or whatever.
Yeah.
But like Angela, okay, she starts off, kills everybody, and then wins. She just wins on the. It's not even a mystery. It's just like
I was like, shit, Molly's gonna fucking survive.
Yeah.
I was like, Molly's gonna no. Yeah. Was that lady? I swear to God, that lady in the truck. I thought that was Reba McEntire at first.
And like, okay. What's great about this movie, going this comedic route, it sets itself apart now from the other slashers, and it sets itself apart from part 1. After part 1, we saw there was a shocker ending. I remember seeing that, like renting that movie and being like, I couldn't even comprehend. I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is crazy. So then for part 2. To start off immediately, she's just Angela Baker. The sex changes in. So for first transgender slasher or whatever hashtag. Why isn't this movie? This movie should be propped up. But like anyway, she kills immediately, and then Sleepaway Camp 2, and then from that point on, every character is funny or quirky or some kind of funny line. And because she's killing the bad campers, you're sitting there and you're like, oh, you're next. The fun of this movie is the playing the who's going to get it next, because you realize that all these people are bad in some way. She's going to twist it to where they're bad in her mind, right? Like, I'm a happy camper. They start singing the song, and then the guy kicks his chair. And I'm like, oh, he's getting it.
Yep.
Right. You interrupted the song or whatever.
He disrespected.
He disrespected
the song.
Yep. So as you're watching it, you're playing it in your head like, oh, who's next and how is she going to do it? Because she has to be sneaky. But the shit sisters, it's like burnt to a crisp. And it's like, you screwed up your sisters. It's one thing to screw up your life. It's another to screw up your sister.
She's lecturing her while her sister's burnt corpse looks like a fucking Viet Cong that just got hit with napalm.
Yeah. That's like Sarah Connor in The Dream.
Yeah. Sequence, I was like, oh my Lord. I just made a Vietnam reference. My dad's a vet. But no, and okay, so that cabin they said was about a half mile from the camp.
So she's dragging.
Now the thing is the screaming. You're going to hear a blood-curdling scream. I've been in the woods and yelled. What up, Dragon Buddy? Welcome, buddy. Illuminated Pro. Welcome. This this sound fucking carries and reverberates. Like they're going to hear these blood-curdling screams that are emanating from this girl as she slowly cooks like a Thanksgiving turkey. Like there's spit roast. Yeah, wait, no, wrong kind of roast. No, she's got her on a fucking like a sewer grate over a fire pit. What up, Vin? Good to see you, brother. Vin. But yeah, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, and the other bitch is just knocked out. You know, she just passed the hell out while she's cooking her sister. I'm like, wait, why did you cook? They were fun. Like,
yeah, they were fun.
Like, why did you cook them?
Yeah, but they changed the lyrics of the Happy Camper song. Yes, that's a big no. You're like, oh no, you're screwed. And okay, I love where she's driving home. She's like, okay, look, even though you did a dirty, disgusting thing by exposing your breast, we're camping out tomorrow. I'd love to have you. Yeah. Just say you're sorry. Never. I'd rather die first, Angela. Yeah. And you're like, okay. And then she's like rummaging. What are you looking for? A
gun? No, a drill. Yeah. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
And that was one of the things missing, though. Remember, they did the tally, and it's like car battery. They actually mentioned all the things that were missing. The drill is one of the portable drill. Yeah. It's like,
yeah. Hey, TC, thanks. Your car battery came in handy.
Would you like a second cup?
Because I was wondering at first, what the fuck did she? Ass by a car battery. Yep.
Yeah, that was funny.
Orale, my sketchbook. Good to see you, Carnal. Good to see you.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Stop in the name. I don't know if I'm supposed to stop in the name of love, drop and shut them down, open up shop, or collaborate and listen. There's the reference. There's some references right there. There's some song references. But anyway, no. Speaking of Angela's song, I love when they go back later and she's dreaming and they do the fucking nightmare chop. Like it's like a chop and screw version of the Angela's Happy Camp. Be sure to do the hand movement. So I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. They show that, it's funny in part 3, not to get ahead of ourselves, but in part 3, she remembers that again, and she remembers it like a crazy person, like it was good times. Like everyone's like, yeah, and they love it, and they're so happy. Like, Angela, it's really neat, like playing with her mind like that, because you don't say, I like this, like in her mind, she's messed up, but like she thinks she's right, or even when it's like Uncle John's like, it's like, what if I say I'm sorry? And you're like, it's like you literally sent everyone home. Like in the world of the movie, if she really is sending them home, like in their minds, really going home, it's like, dude, you just sent like everyone home. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Like, you're toast. And the second she's fired and TC's like, well, I spent all this time looking for Judd and Anthony and all that. It's like, you guys are all dead. Like you're DED dead. Like you're not making out of it now.
And this is what got me was she's like, TC never liked me. I was like, he was fucking hitting on her.
Yeah.
He was trying to like hook up with her at the beginning of the fucking movie.
Smelling himself and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, hey, do you want to, blah, 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 blah. He was like trying to spit game. I'm like, ooh, he doesn't know that's a dude.
No. She's got the full operation, and your tax dollars paid for it. Remember?
Yeah. What a prophetic line from a fucking cheeseball movie, bro! Like
that is crazy.
Holy shit! What up, Slasher? Yeah. Good to see you, bro.
Hey, Slasher, you like this movie for sure?
Yeah, the slutty girl in this was hot as hell. Yes, she was.
Yeah,
yes, she was.
Yeah.
Yes, she was. Yeah, I was like, damn. And at first, I was like, this ain't a Weinstein production. Is it going to be another?
There's a lot of nudity, too.
This was, but think about it, man. End of the 80s, they were doing anything and everything to keep the money coming in on these movies because the law of diminishing returns was kind of come into play with some of these. Like, look at the last 2 Friday films and the Nightmare on Elm Street until New Nightmare. So the decade was waning. They needed to do something, and you had like the beheading. Like she cut that motherfucker's head off clean. And even for like he used to be Peter, still a very thinly built, adult, so the amount of strength it takes to do that, it's so fucking funny. And we haven't even talked about the fucking hockey mask and the Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
shit.
okay, so yeah.
Whoa!
What? Yeah.
Fucking great. I was like dead ass. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had known about that, so I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see if you just she made a horrible. Oh, she certainly did that. That was not good. But it's like this will give Angela nightmares and all that. And he's got the claw and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if that actress did anything after that.
He was waiting. He was waiting. I want to shut on somebody. Throw her in there. She worked for me in the office.
Oh God, no,
There
but
was a legal assistant.
But then it was Leatherface as well. So we got Leatherface versus Freddy versus Jason. We had all three of them.
I'm like, damn, he was like, I love it. He's painting the mask up like the chevrons.
Yeah.
Dude's doing his Freddy makeup. I was like, man, they put some attention to detail. Yeah. And then after she butchers first of all, she's got the Freddy gloves. She fucking slit his fucking throat, just like, what up, Cotton Ministries?
Yeah,
good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, she slits his fucking throat. He's like selling the shit out of it. So he's dead. And then, the other guy, although she's got the chainsaw, that was. And then she comes back and she acts like nothing happened. She's just like, giggling and shit. I'm like,
I got the boys. They won't be. We're not going to see them tonight.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, you're goddamn right. We're not. This bitch is crazy. Yeah, it was fucking just balls to the wall. Like there was I don't want to quote the Jacob Fatu thing, but all gas, no brakes in this movie. Like that's basically what it was.
Oh, and it's like 80 minutes or something. What's the let me see.
80 minutes. It was an hour and 20 minutes. That's probably counting the credits too.
Yeah.
So the actual runtime, you're talking under 80 minutes with the closing credits, because they run about 2 minutes. So you're talking 78 minutes of just bonkers fucking violence.
Yeah. And so I owned this on VHS. And so the way this all came out was I saw Sleepaway Camp and I thought, this is a pretty cool movie, shocking ending. And I remember I watched it with my cousin who was like, I saw it when I was like really young. So she was like 8 or something or whatever, right? Like I was like, so 88, so Batman's the year after. So I'm 77. So I don't know when Sleepaway Camp 1 came out. I certainly would not have seen it in 83. I had rented it from the same place where I got the Demons when we reviewed Demons.
Yeah.
That video store would just, and we grabbed Sleepaway Camp because it had the knife through the shoe. And I thought this might be kind of fun. And we're just completely stunned. We're like, this is like, we didn't even know what's going on at the end. We're like, wait, what's going on? Is that a guy? Like, what the hell's happening? We could like our primitive intellect couldn't understand to quote Ash. But anyways, so okay. So then part 2, so then we find, there's a part 2 or whatever. And I was like, okay. And the part 2 cover is the cover. I think let me see, are you using it on your, I don't see your thumbnail anymore, but I think you use it on your thumbnail, right? The girl holding the backpack.
Let's see, hang on. I got it right here.
Yeah, that's the one. So she's got the Freddy glove. So I remember thinking, and actually that is the replica Freddy glove and those really cheap glow in the dark Jason crappy masks that were available everywhere. Yeah. Hey Sean, how's it going? Hey Sean, my co-host Sean is in the chat. When you go camping, just take the essentials, right? The chainsaw and the Jason mask and the Freddy glove. So that was what I'd seen, and I thought, is that girl going to be the killer, or like what's going on? I didn't know if that was now going to be
there.
Yeah, was that going to be her now? Of course not. So, anyways, and I watched part 2, and I'm like, this is more of like, this is a comedy. Like it's got gore, and there's no scares. It's just completely funny and immediately starts with the killing. So I was thinking, basically this movie stripped all the fat away from everything else. Like even Friday the 13th, even the most schlockiest one, like even part 5, part 5 is the most schlockiest movie, which is why I love it so much.
Yep.
But This is like Friday the 13th part 5. Like, it's just immediately gets into nudity, killing, and then, one after the other. Except this movie, because everything that's going on with Kevin Spacey, like Angela, I don't know, maybe
he'd say, "I will have your son."
Yeah, I don't know. But because you're with the killer, you're identifying with her. Yeah, Jason Master hanging over backpack. Yeah, it's like you're with the killer and following her around. You're following the killer. It's like that in a violent nature or whatever. You're following, except it's just done. But all the characters are so neat because you're like, this person's funny. They're funny. The kids, a Tip Patrol, it's like they're super funny. Like, the situations are written in such a great comedic way. This movie is a better comedy than most of the comedies that have come out in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
This is way funnier. If you removed the gore, this would be like a Club Dread or like one of those like slasher parody. It's like a like Scary Movie or something. It's like it's a better crafted movie with characters that are somewhat relatable. They're not bad kids. What the funny thing about this is that usually in Friday the 13th, some of the people are bad. Like, you're like, this guy's a dick. There really wasn't anyone who's really like, nobody really deserved to die in this movie. Like, it's just in her mind.
Yeah, I was just saying Angela's warped mind. Yeah. But no, even what's her name? Allie, who was like the main like antagonist.
Right.
I guess you would say for Molly, her foil. She was a bitch, but she was just your typical teenage like bitch who liked to fuck, she was out fucking around, whatever. But typical teenager. But yeah, Angela's like, no. She's like, nope. She just, fuck that. I'm murdering you.
Yeah,
I'm murdering you. That's what she did.
Well, she went against Molly and made fun of her. That was
the nail in the coffin was when she fucked with Molly.
Yeah, and like I liked to see Sean, who liked Molly, and she was like showing off her boobs to him and stuff, and he's like, I don't care. I think Allie she was insecure because that's why she's acting out in that way. And I think she genuinely liked Sean. First of all, I'm amazed that we're reading into this more than
we are. There's more. This is more than the writers put it.
This is more than the writers did. But she did like the guy. See, here's my complaint of new movie. Everyone's like, oh, you don't like some new movies. Like, well, I don't like them because they're not even thought out. This movie is a schlock movie made to sell quick tickets, get your money, get out, some gore shots, some boob shots, and then get out. But there's more thought put into the characters and story in this movie, which is only made to quickly get a few cash in off the slasher phase before it completely goes away. But they put a lot of charm into it. That's how you do it when you don't have massive Nightmare on Elm Street budgets where you can have super dream sequences. Like the dream sequence here is it's just the same scene repeated with the slow down motion, right?
They put a filter, just put a filter on.
But like, so she likes him and you're like, yeah, I felt a bit bad for Allie because she was insecure. And she liked Sean, but he just wasn't into her and she didn't know what to do. Her only assets is using her body. And he didn't budge on that. He's like, I like Molly, and that pissed her off. And then that, now she didn't like Molly, but I mean, going through this so the first time I'm watching, I'm like, I can't believe this movie. This is insane. It's so much fun. It's crazy. And then we will do part 3. We're doing part 3 next time, right?
Yeah, we're doing that next week.
I mean, I don't even want to say anything about part 3 because I want you to experience the magic of part 3 from the first millisecond that it started. And when they say what the premise, it's at camp. When they say what the premise is, you might have to pause the movie from like, you're like, I can't believe it. Like I want to tell you the premise so bad, but I don't want to because I want you to sit there because my buddy, so he's watched 1 and 2 and I'm like, okay, well, let's watch part 3. I think we watched all 3 at one time. And then it just starts. He's like, and then as soon as you find out what the premise of the thing is, he's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, this is hilarious. It's like, yeah, this is hilarious. Anyway. But part 2, we finished watching it. I was like, she won. There wasn't too many movies like that. Like Phantasm 2, the tall man wins at the very end, right?
Yep.
He's like, it's a dream. It's a dream. We're going to wake up. No, it's not. Right. And then in part 3, he wins and, he keeps winning in the end of all of his movies because he comes back or whatever. And Angela just like came in, killed everyone, took a little bit of damage. She lost a few hit points, and then she just wins at the end. Or like, I can't believe it. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I was like, man, Molly's gonna survive. And the more because I have the movie playing again here.
Yeah, I've got it up too.
And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! All I can see is Emilio Estevez now.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's all I can see is Emilio. Who the fuck was the guy? Hang on a second. I'm gonna pause it. Right. Let me run it back 10 seconds. Hang on. Let's play here. Right here. Hang on. This guy. Our kindly head of the camp here.
Uncle John or whatever.
Yeah, Uncle John. Like let's just look at Uncle John here. He's like, this character was so just. I'm like, what is he was so out of place?
And he's so useless too. He does nothing. He's just like, hey guys, welcome to the camp and all that. Like Camp Rolling Hills. Like, okay, I mean,
you see a total of what? 3 counselors. You have Angela, you have TC, and then Diane.
Yeah,
is the only other counselor you see, and you have Uncle Jack here, which I'm like, okay, and he just makes an appearance every now and then, and just really does nothing. Like I was like, is he gonna have like his moment? And no, he gets his fucking hand cut off at his desk. And what the hell else something else happened to him.
Well, it looks like he's trying to phone, and then the hand got cut off, so it's like it's detached.
Yep.
It's like, but it was like gonna phone. And did he have anything else? I don't.
Was his throat slit or his tongue cut out or something too? What up, Till?
Was he pregnant now?
The hell, Jimmy would love. It is June. I found it funny we were watching this movie in June.
Okay, yes. Well, so I told you I did a report on this movie in university and film class.
Yeah.
And the project was female empowerment, right?
Mm.
And so I chose Sleepaway Camp Part 2. But the twist of it is that it's actually she is a man, right? So I said the way she got, she's empowered through actually, kind of shedding her manliness and becoming a woman in that sense. So it's kind of a man, but kind of a woman. So I actually tried to see if I could find the essay I wrote. Cause I in film class, you just write essays or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm trying to see if I can find the Sleepaway Camp Part 2, but it is interesting. It makes the killer different. And also because she doesn't have like a masked identity, like all the Giallos we've been reviewing, yep. It's a reveal, right? Mm-hmm. Jason is, basically a zombie after, part 4, I guess, or whatever. But like he's got a mask, you don't see him. It's a reveal of the face with what's hiding behind it. Yeah. Freddy is, prosthetics and all that. But this is just her. Mm. Like it's just like, oh look, I'm the killer. I'm just dressed normally. So it's kind of interesting that you're doing it that way instead of like trying to hide it. It's like, it's more like she still has the evil inside of her, but she doesn't think that she's evil. So she doesn't need to like hide behind anything. Like, she's just hiding in plain sight right there. And yep. There's moments in the movie where you feel with her, like she's talking to Molly, like, I was picked on. Mm-hmm. I had problems as well, but now I overcame them. And that's in the beginning. And then later she reconnects with Molly again saying, oh, guys like nice girls, you're good. And so there's something in Angela, and I don't believe that she would have killed Molly in the end. So there is something there. Sean got nailed because he threw out the cop.
Yep.
His dad's a cop. The dad's in part 3.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
dude.
The dad's in 3, yeah.
I don't want to gloss over that line. So when Sean and what the fuck was her name? Molly, they're outside the cabin. And what did she say? Oh, she's like, I can't remember the other boy's name. She was like, he reminded me of a boy I knew when I was young. I took care of that. What did you do? I drowned him. And she just says it so flat and matter-of-factly. And Molly was just like,
What?
Yeah, she was just like, you could tell it was like supposed to be like a did I hear that right reaction?
Yeah.
Because she kind of like no-sold it. And then that's when Sean went into the cabin and he's like, oh, the door's not locked. And he goes in there and he finds fucking Angela's twisted little puppet show.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't hide. Later, normally in these slasher movies, Jason always strategically places the bodies in order to scare someone later on so that they can discover it. In this one, they're all in the one cabin. But then later, when Diane comes back, poor Diane, she just came back and she's like, what the hell is going on? I didn't even have a chance to be good or bad.
Diane didn't do anything wrong.
She didn't do anything wrong. What about that girl's like, but I didn't do anything. And she's like, you're going to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to tell. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, well, she was entitled to.
She was.
She's like, I'm going to tell. You're not supposed to give away your meal. I'm going to tell. It's like, shut up. They did a good job. So we watched The Burning. We did The Burning a while back as well, which is like a good, like, antithesis to this or whatever. Like, it's like, that's a more serious, like, I felt like that was like very like, yeah, this is what goes on at camp. But this one did have some good moments with the dialogue with Sean and Molly and Angela. But Sean and Molly, when he's like talking about her dad, he's like, my dad's a good guy. My mom left us. My dad, he just needs some time to himself. He's a young guy. And I was like, this is like really good little bits of dialogue for no reason, like just to throw this in.
Yeah, I was going to say that one scene by the pool where they're having that conversation. I was like, they went really deep with the dialogue there. I was like, damn, like I was kind of surprised because that was actually a good bit of writing they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you got to give them their flowers for that scene because I was like, yeah, that was good. That was well done. Yeah,
like they did put thought into it. And I think when I first watched it, I thought this is just super bonkers. It's crazy. And then I watched part 3. I'm like, this is just as bonkers and maybe a bit more crazy. And I'm like, okay. And then like the third movie is set up to be a slasher. You'll figure it out. But like the second one, it's like it's set up to be a slasher movie, but the characters are like pretty good. Like even and then the one guy who's really annoying, he's trying to get with Allie. He finally does get with her.
Yep.
He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm on the football
soccer
team or whatever."
Team,
it's like okay, like, and then he keeps bringing it back about himself, and it's like, this is why you're not with anyone. It's like, shut your mouth, open your ears, listen to the girl. But he's the one who, she's got the cramps or whatever in the.
Yep. And Angela's cramps like, last week.
Yeah, cramps. That was awesome. But like. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, dude, there I'm trying to think, did he get it?
Oh yeah, he did. He was he got it at the end. He was hanging on the I think he was hanging on the.
Oh yeah, he was hanging on the door.
Yeah, and he had they all got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he had something shoved in his mouth. I was just trying to think how he got off.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's like on-screen, off-screen body placement. Like all the boxes are checked for the types of killings.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have a signature weapon. Maybe that like she likes using the log a lot. That seems to be her kind of go-to if she has to pick one. Hey, Skeptic, Sleepaway. This is Sleepaway Camp. There's actually 4 movies. They get Felicia Rose back for the 4th one.
Wait, there's
a 4th one, Return to Sleepaway Camp, but it ignores these 2. And it's not like I'm gonna like. I mean, I can give it to you if you want. You can cover it if you want to. But if you say, "Hey, let's talk about it," I will. But I'm not going to voluntarily throw that out there. Like 2 is a masterpiece. The Jasons and there's a chainsaw too, which people don't see the chainsaw because it's kind of like sticking out, and it's like there's a tree next to it, so you can't really tell. Like 2 is 10 out of 10 mask. Yeah, see, there's a chainsaw coming out of the mask, right?
Yeah, right here, right up by the right past the mask.
Yeah, so it's hard to see that one. Leatherface, yeah. So she dresses as Leatherface, and one guy's Jason, one guy's thing. So 2 is like a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. We'll do the ratings. I'm giving it's a 10 out of 10 super masterpiece. It's one of my favorite horror slasher movies. Part 3 is also great, but 4, like, I understand Felicia Rose is awesome. I met her. and I talked a long time with her, and I got great pictures, and she did the face like, I remember the face at the end,
Yep.
She's a great person to talk to. I think she's in is she in Terrifier 2? Or she's either in it or she's friends with some of the people. But anyway, she's great. But Pamela Springsteen is like fire in these movies. She is the damn best. The hair, like her like she's super skinny. She can't kill anyone. Mm-mm. Like I can't think of one person that she like. Can you imagine TC? TC would have picked her up.
Oh
and
yeah,
threw her across the entire camp, right? Like,
oh yeah, that would have been a yeet. That would have been a yeet.
Yeah, I forgot about the. No, she didn't have that. That wasn't her in part one. Trevor.
Yeah.
She didn't
I was gonna say, I know this character is supposed to be a guy, but the actress is cute.
Yeah. Well, so she did have the full sex change. You know what's funny too? Where the Tit Patrol car. I can't believe I've seen this so many times. I really have to hand it to you for getting. I did not notice that the two names of the kids. I can't believe it. I'm so happy I know that, because now I feel like I've added something to. This is why you need to talk. And this is why you watch a movie. Okay, fine. Even if you watch 100 times, you need to discuss it with someone so you can bounce back and forth, right? Felicia Rose is hilarious in the fourth one, but yeah. Felicia, that if Sean knows who it is, he was with me when I met her. But yeah, it's hilarious in the fourth one. But they repeat kills for pro. Yeah, I'll throw it up on the library card, if you want it, just to have all the movies. So you can. Do you need part? I can give you part one if you need that for your collection.
I do. That
way I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'll have the entire series that way.
Yeah. But anyways, so. But like this Angela Baker is definitely unique, like very unique killer. She kills a lot of people, gets away with it. She has a one-liner. She's got Freddy's one-liners.
Yeah.
Like the brutality of Jason. Like they really mixed it. It's just so weird because I can't think of any other slasher movie, because there's other slasher movies with female killers. Urban Legends. Urban Legends had the what's her face, Rebecca Gayheart or whatever was the killer.
Rebecca Gayheart.
Who else? There's a few out there where there's the girl, but nobody's beating Angela. That's for damn sure.
No. This iteration is just, she's freaking awesome. Like, yeah, she's just a very tiny little thing. And yeah, it's like you could not, like, there's no way you could cut somebody's head off.
Right.
It was just like, oi. That was funny. But no, I love the performance. She, like I said, she was on point the whole friggin' time.
Right.
The whole time.
Oh, and she does have to act here. Like, you'd think that they got her and they thought, well, because she's not really an actress. She's, I don't know what she does. Like, she does photography or something. I looked her up a few years ago. And best viewers on the
what is that? Oh, that's a bot.
Is that a bot? I've never seen that before.
It's from it's because I'm streaming on Twitch right now too. So I'll pick up a bot every now and then over on Twitch.
Okay. All right. Thanks, FK, for the weird for the what's her face, Rachel. I use Rachel's weird. Like I use that in my
Rachel Zegler.
Zegler. I use
weird. It's Hollywood, baby.
Definitely best female slasher. Oh, have you? Oh yeah, you watched Night of the Demons.
Right? Yeah, we watched Night of the Demons. Yeah.
Oh well, Giallo movies. Okay, so Trembling. Okay, so yeah, I know, and you've got the bird with the crystal plumage thing. So he knows his Giallo, right? Sure. Yeah, bird with the crystal plumage. I mean, she was nuts. Super bonkers.
Yeah.
I don't like. They're slasher movies. I feel like Giallo is almost it's really its own thing. Like,
as far as quantifying it in terms of what genre of horror, it's got to be its own thing, because I mean, it has aspects of the slasher, but at the same time, they're not outright slasher movies because they're more mystery than straight up horror. You know, you had the supernatural aspects in Inferno.
Inferno had all,
which that was, you know, that was it was a change of pace if you look at like Tenebrae and stuff like that, and Crystal Plumage as well. So they are their own genre. It's its own thing. The mysteries are, my thing with the Giallos is that if you removed the gore and nudity, it, like, my mom would like it. You know, she'd be like, oh, that was really good. Like, oh shit, that was a great twist at the end, you know. And then if you removed the mystery, you'd still have a pretty good slasher, right? So that's the beauty of it, right? And even my wife says, she's like, oh, I wish there wasn't all this dumb stuff in it. You know, the stuff that we like, the dumb stuff is like, I know, but you know, that's just part of what it is. Yeah.
It's the mesh of those two. You can't, if you remove one thing, then it's not like, it'll just become like, you know, an Agatha Christie show or something. If you remove the slasher parts, and if you remove the mystery parts, then it's just going to be a whole hum slasher movie, right? Like right? Like it'll still be it'll be a decent slasher movie, and it'll be a decent mystery movie. But when you put them together, you have something really unique.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Angela, sure, her one-liners. Would you like a second cup? That's great. When the Tip Patrol's looking through their pictures and she catches them, and he's like, "Was Angela's picture in there?" It's like, "Yep." They're like, "Oh man."
Yeah, that was freaking great. Their reaction was great. And then what the one guy says? He's like, "Yeah, nice tits."
TC.
Yeah, nice tits, Angela.
He's just saw the pictures. He's going through it. He's like, well, it's like nice. Yeah, like, sorry, but I don't think pornography is very funny. Yeah, I have to say, TC, that was a little bit of a light reaction, though. That's pretty messed up. That's pretty crazy. I mean, they're just saying, oh, it's just, see, the attitude. This is the other thing, too. You can't do this because of the attitude. The attitude is, oh, they're just having fun. Right?
That was the same thing they did in The Burning with the kid who was peeping at the girl in the shower. Oh, he's just a kid. He's just a kid. And it's like, yeah, you can tell that, like, that one, that was a Weinstein. That was a Miramax one. Yeah. And the first time, and I say that not jokingly, but the first time I watched The Burning, I'm watching it, and just the way that opening scene is shot, because they have the girl in the shower. And I'm like, just the way it's shot and the POV of it all, I'm like, it just gives you like a feeling, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, oh shit, the Weinsteins were okay. That explains even the way the dialogue, like the way the characters talk to the females in that movie. It's very, now knowing with the benefit of hindsight, we can see why the dialogue and the characters were written the way they were. So, yeah.
We'll have to. Did you ever see any of the Slumber Party Massacres or the Sorority House Massacre movies?
I've seen bits of Slumber Party Massacre too, because
with the guitar.
That's like basically Andrew Dice Clay with a fucking guitar with a drill on it.
Yeah, and it's got what's her name from Wings? What's the girl's name? Cheryl? No, what's her name? I could look it up, I guess. Slumber Party Massacre 1 is awesome. So, Slumber Party Massacre, there's 3 of them. And then they did Sorority House Massacre, and it's okay. But Sorority House Massacre Part 2, this is I can't think of another example where this has ever happened ever. Sorority House Massacre 2 continues from Slumber Party Massacre. They continued it from the wrong series. Like, they're showing flashbacks. I'm like, that's not Sorority House Massacre Part 1. I'm like, that's Slumber Party Massacre Part 1. They continued it from the wrong. Is it Robin? We'll look at. I think it was the girl from Wings. They continued it from the wrong movie.
How the hell does that even happen?
They don't even care. They didn't even watch the first. So, anyways, Sorority House Massacre 2. I can say this with pretty good confidence, since I own at least 800 horror movies for sure, if not more than that, and I've seen more than I own. With good confidence, I can tell you that this might be, unless it's like a pornographic film, this is the schlockiest thing. It's all nudity. They're in the shower. There's not even soap suds. Like, they're using a bar of soap that's like a fake bar of soap. There's no suds. It's like, okay. Crystal Bernard. That's it. Crystal Bernard. That's the girl. She's in Slumber Party Massacre Part 2. Slumber Party Massacre 2 is fun and 3 is okay, but Part 1 is awesome. The Driller Killer. It's awesome.
They played that one more serious. The first one,
it's a serious movie.
As far as the Driller Killer goes, and then the second one, it became that he's a like 50s crooner, like greaser kind of.
Yeah, I believe they're all directed by women. The Slumber Party Massacres, which is a very unique.
That is,
yeah,
especially with like the exploitative kind of nature of it.
You know what? It's part of the thing, so they do it. See, I respect people who are respecting the genre. Like, if you're going to make one of these, then make one. If you're not going to make one of them, then don't make it, right? I'm going to need visual evidence. Watch Sorority House. Okay, Sorority House Massacre 3 is called Hard to Die. It basically becomes a Die Hard type action movie combined with a slasher. Okay, I've not seen Sorority House Massacre 3 or Hard to Die. It wasn't in the Massacre pack that I got whenever that came out. And the only one I rebought was Slumber Party. And Blu-ray, but I think it's on 4K now for F's sakes. Do you really need that on 4K?
So I have a question though. Okay, so you've got Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2, right? There's 2 of them.
There's 3 of them.
3. Okay, so Slumber Party Massacre 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
And then you have Sorority House Massacre
1, 2, and he's saying Hard to Die, Sorority House Massacre 3, but I don't own that. It's like how the church is kind of Demons 3, but not Demons 3. Like, I'm not really sure. Sorority House Massacre, I didn't really like Part 1. It's okay. Part 2 is a schlock movie, so I like it for the schlockiness of it. But I genuinely like Slumber Party Massacre 1. It's awesome. It's great. Part 2 is great because of the weird killer. But those are the 5 that I would watch the most. So I'm going to look up Part 3 and see if I can find that, because I don't own that, and I'd like to have it if it's a trilogy. But they don't have anything to do. I mean, the Sorority House Massacre 2 continues from Slumber Party Massacre 1 because it references the killer from the first movie, and the killer from the first movie is able to like spiritually come back through someone. It's pretty weird. Okay, so here you go. Hard to Die is one where it's technically Sorority 3 because it uses the same killer, uses a lot of the same actress. Okay, I got you.
So it's kind of like Victor Crowley was to like the Hatchet series.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even name it Hatchet 4. It's just Victor Crowley.
Yeah, except that movie is pretty awesome and Sorority House Massacres are terrible.
Yeah, Victor Crowley, like all the Hatchet movies are fucking great. Good. Like those were
I think I like Hatchet 3 the best.
Wait, which that was the first one that went on the boat, right? That was
I don't remember exactly.
That was the tour boat one. That was the first one to introduce. Yeah, because 4 was they went back out there and they had all the cops and everything. That was Victor Crowley. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was a was that a prequel? That was a prequel to it though, right? Wasn't Victor Crowley a prequel to it? I saw those when they came out, and I haven't rewatched. I own them on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched them in a while.
We just watched them not long ago. I don't think so.
Well, Danielle Harris is in.
Yep.
Yeah, Victor Crowley has Felicity Rose in it too. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
So that yeah, okay. So I think that's a. Is that a prequel though? Okay, I'm not sure now. But anyways, I like Danielle Harris replaces the main actress.
Yeah.
In Part 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yep.
And I remember liking those a little bit. Like it's like it got better. Like I was like each one got a little bit better.
Yeah, Robert Englund was in the first one.
Yeah, I like when they get guys like that. Like what was the Wishmaster?
Yeah.
Have you seen what that has everybody in it? And then Kane Hodder plays the security guard. I think his name is Jason or something. It's like Tony Todd is in it. Like Raimi's in it. Like
Tony Todd showed up in the freaking Hatchet series as the fucking guy, the Cajun guy who runs the swamp boat tour.
Yep.
You know, that was those movies were fun. Yeah, but like man, to bring it back to Sleepaway Camp too. This one was start to finish. I love this movie. I want to watch it again now. This is because me and the wife watched the first one together. So I'm gonna be like, okay, we need to watch this Thursday night together. We'll have a movie night. Yeah, because this shit was great. It was freaking great.
There's like, I mean, the entire movie, like, I can't even think of one bad part. It's so fast.
No,
yeah.
With that compressed runtime, it's like every couple minutes you're packing those kills in.
Yeah, 80 minutes. My God.
Yeah.
Like 80 minutes. And like, I felt like I got a movie out of it. The Matrix guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, I gotta rewatch those.
He was kind of annoying, trembling. He was. Yeah. I was hoping his friend survived and he died.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch those. I remember because it's Kane Hodder, and I was like, you know, what was another good Kane Hodder random movie is Prison. You ever see that? He's only the monster at the very end. But that's another cool. There's a lot of these random, dude. Having the store like not even across a major street. Like I just had to cross through like a parking lot, and the video store was there. And it was 5 movies, $5, 5 days, and I would just rent everything. Like I would rent every horror movie. Like just go and grab. Like ever hear of Wheels of Terror?
No.
Oh my God, awesome movie. I cannot find it. I can't find it anywhere. I wish they'd bring that. But that's how I got Scarecrows. The first one of the first ones we ever did together.
I love Scarecrows. That was freaking great.
That was $1 rental. Wheels of Terror. The cover is like this car. And it's like someone banged the front part down so that it's like it looks like evil eyes are the front of when the lights are on. Yeah. And there's like a 40-minute. And no, you never see the driver of the car. You never see the driver. He's like from hell. Like the doors open and like all the windows are black and you can't see anything. And it's like this bus driver versus this car for 40 minutes at the end. It's like he's trying to like get them. It's awesome. That's awesome. Evil Laugh, great movie that I picked up on that $1 thing. Like all these Prison. Made the Maniac Cops, like obviously ones that went Friday 13th, all those.
I watched all 3 Maniac Cop movies in one sitting.
Oh man, that is awesome.
I watched them all one sitting.
So did I.
Those were great.
Yes, I did that too. My buddy, okay, check this out. My buddy came over and he's like, okay, he brought Night of the Demons 1 and 2 and 3 and Maniac Cop 1, 2, and 3. And we couldn't do so here's what we watched: Maniac Cop Part 1, we watched Maniac Cop Part 2, and then he's like, okay, let's watch Demons. So we watched Night of the Demons 1, Night of the Demons 2, and then I was like, I gotta watch Maniac Cop Part 3. I'm sorry. Night of the Demons 2 is okay. Night of the Demons 1 is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Yep.
And then I watched Maniac Cop Part 3, and I said to him while we're watching, and he already seen it, I was like, his hand better move at the end. Like Matt Cordell's hand better move. If it doesn't, I'm going to be really upset with this trilogy because at the end of each one, he grabs the badge or his hand breaks out. And at the very, very, very end, it zoomed in and his hand grabs the girl's like, yes. So and then I saw the thing, but same buddy, I slept over at his place. I woke up one morning and I'm an early riser. Like I'm up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. and then I start going. So I was up at like 6 a.m. and he used to sleep till like 9 or 10. I watched the entire Basket Case trilogy myself. So he woke up and was like, by the way, while you were sleeping, I watched all the Basket Case movies. And he's like, shit, I want to watch this with you. I was like, well, you were asleep. So get your ass up next time. But those are great too. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those.
Only the first one, and I haven't seen it since I was probably a teenager.
Oh man, Part 3, he has babies. There's baby ones. I swear to God, I have this on Blu-ray. It's like there's baby ones. And you remember Krang from Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
They give him a body that has like saws and weapons, so they put Belial in that he can control shit. Like, dude. Let me write this down to get those for you. I should have those in the library.
All right.
Oh
my God.
I got it. Oh my God, dude. It's all of Frank Henenlotter's movies are awesome.
Oh, Shocker's a fucking
Shocker's.
Awesome. That's Craven redoing Freddy Krueger with a twist. Yeah. And Mitch Pileggi was an awesome killer as Horace Pinker in that. I've seen that movie probably 20 times. Like I love that movie.
Did you like have you seen People Under the Stairs?
Yeah, I reviewed that on the channel like 2 years ago.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I hadn't watched it in years and years. Awesome. And I did a video about the Jordan Peele reboot, which keeps getting pushed back, which I'm fine with. I don't need
that.
Because in the video, I said they came out and they were like, well, we're going to redo it for modern. I'm like, oh God.
modern audiences who are stupid.
I'm like, they don't need to change the theme of the movie. They could still stay with the gentrification theme.
Yeah.
And you don't need to change anything. Literally everything, the socioeconomic aspects of it,
That's
still applicable.
Right.
It doesn't need to be like, oh, well, we got to check boxes because the movie was diverse as fuck. Like your main character, Fool, was a little black kid.
Yeah, he's great.
Ving Rhames. Yeah, he was a freaking great main character. Mommy and Daddy were the two from Twin Peaks.
Which is great.
Is it Emmett?
Oh, Everett McGill is the
Everett McGill, the werewolf from Silver Bullet,
and Under Siege 2. He's in Under Siege 2 with Seagal. That he's.
Yeah, that's another one, man. That's a great movie.
Those are all good. Yeah. Don't remake Jordan Peele. I like Jordan Peele except for when he does dumb things. He's doing a lot of, like, I liked Us. I thought that was okay. I thought Get Out was okay. I thought that Nope was okay. But then he's doing like, let me do Twilight Zone. It's like, we don't need another Twilight Zone. Like,
no, Rod Serling's was a remake.
Yeah, no,
the original. We did the one in the 80s. They
was a remake.
Yeah,
it was okay. It was okay, but the original one is like the number one best ever. Yeah. So it's like, stop it. Like, stop doing this. Like, Jordan, like, why does Jordan Peele need to do these things when he can make whatever movie he wants? I hate crap like that.
I remember with Dad watching the Twilight Zone marathons on Sci-Fi on New Year's Day. My dad loved that. Was the one like sci-fi thing or horror like he liked was the old Twilight Zone. That we used to watch Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
I watched that too all the time. That was a good one. And Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, and Freddy's Nightmares.
Do you remember Ray Bradbury Theater?
Yes. Yeah.
I have maybe 2 episodes of that on VHS.
Oh my gosh.
In my library.
Library's one. I've got a couple. I've only got a few of his books, like maybe 2 or 3. Like usually the collections, like Martian Chronicles, Illustrated Man, Dandelion Wine. Those are I think those are the 3. Those are all. Martian Chronicles is awesome. They go to Mars and they're like, we're from Earth, and like, oh, you're from Earth, okay, perfect, and they lock them up because they think they're crazy. Which is brilliant, because if I came to you and said, hey Pete, I'm from Mars, you lock me up. So they go to Mars, like, oh my god, we're here, we made it from Earth. They're like, oh, awesome. They lock them up, and that's the story. You're like, which is actually, it's actually accurate. Like, you kept thinking, this is so cool. What's gonna happen? It's like, what's gonna happen is they get locked up because people think they're nuts.
Yep.
Anyways, but yeah.
Hey,
lovely Sherry.
How you doing?
Angela got her Hitchcock cut off. No, it's voluntarily done.
It was voluntary.
She did not. When in this movie, when they mention that, and then she says, she's like, I've been through a lot. I had this. It's like, and an operation, and she says you could see that. It's like she really was. Like, this is a character too that was, done dirty in the sense that aunt was like completely bonkers and messed her up pretty badly.
She probably wouldn't have killed all these people if it wouldn't have been for a fucking aunt who was like in no way, shape, or form fit to raise children.
No,
that bitch was crazy.
No, yeah, no.
That bitch crazy.
But like, like the body count is great. Like, it's when it's serious, it's still pretty good. They got like all of the jokes. I'm trying. Did we miss any? There's so many. Yeah, you can watch this watch the second, third time, and it's like. The only wish they return of the ant. Oh, that would have been awesome to have the ant come back.
Yeah.
No way.
No. Well, they tried. Do you remember in, I think it was 2021 or 2022, that original horror movie on Peacock called They Them with Kevin Bacon play? Oh yeah, it was a gay and like. It was like an LGBT. It was an alphabet camp, right?
Yes.
We did a watch party for that movie.
Right.
Kevin Bacon couldn't even save it with that writing. Like, it was bad.
That looks stupid.
It was bad, and then that's why we watched it. I was like, I knew it was going to be schlock, and that was when it kind of was like, I want to start covering some horror, because like I've always loved horror, and it was like I kind of got pigeonholed in the pop culture thing. And Yeah, like because I did horror reviews back. I did like a Night of the Living Dead 2, which is my favorite Night of the Living. It's tough because the first one's a fucking masterpiece and Linnea Quigley's in it. But I just the second one was the first one I saw. So
Return of the Living Dead 2. Yeah.
I'm so drawn to that movie.
Oh, Tom Matthews.
Yep.
The brains literally throwing the like feeding them.
Feeding them the brains, and they have the scene on the bridge at the end where they all get electrocuted, and there's the one in the Michael Jackson red leather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the poster for that is awesome too. Actually, all the posters are awesome for that.
I was gonna say they did some really kick-ass artwork with that. What do you think about the new one? Did you see they're redoing that, like another Night of the Living Dead? They have the Tar Man. They've been showing him in the trailers.
Oh, really? No, I haven't even seen that. Oh dear.
Hang on.
I'll take a look. Have you seen Return of the Living Dead Part 3?
I have not.
That's one of my favorite movies, man. Going into university, that was like top 10 movie of all time. I love Part 3 has Melinda Clarke in it. She's from the OC, but she was also in Spawn. She was Jessica Priest in the Spawn movie. And she's the first celebrity I ever met. She's like a big crush for me. And in Part 3, it's basically so she dies, and they use the trioxin gas to bring her back or whatever. And the thing is that she's pretty normal, except she's becoming a zombie super duper slowly, like very slowly. So she starts to like have things, and when she gets pain, it stops it. So when it comes to the end, literally she has broken glass through her face and spikes through her, and she's like completely like. It's awesome. It's a rip off of the Fright Night poster. I know. Yep. I also like the Fright Night poster.
Fright Night's a great movie.
That's a great movie and a great poster with that face. It's basically Amanda Burse, or what's her name from
Amanda Burse. Yep, from
Married Children. Like, she's
Marcy Darcy.
Marcy, yeah.
Marcy Darcy.
I didn't like when Steve. I think for me. Everything with up to including all of the Steve ones are 10 out of 10 masterpieces. When Steve leaves and Jefferson comes in, I was like, it didn't jump the shark fully. I still watched it, but Steve was awesome because he was he was so lame, and then Al corrupting him made it funny. But Jefferson was already a bit of a looser character, so.
There is a curse that goes along with that. Ted McGinley is like the harbinger of doom for any series, because he's come in to series at like certain points, and after which he enters, they die.
Oh my god, no, I'm gonna look this up. This is funny.
I watched a video essay on that. One of the throwback channels I subscribe to, I can't think of the name offhand, but they did it was like a 10 to 15 minute breakdown of how Ted McGinley's like the death of like a series. I was like, ooh. And yeah, there was a stark contrast between Ted McGinley and Steve Jefferson Darcy.
Yeah, because Jefferson was already the whole point is that you need to have someone for Al to corrupt into his way of thinking. That's the point of it. Like if you have someone who's already a loosey-goosey kind of character, then it's just them. Oh, we're just having fun. Yeah, but that's not fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want to see, like Steve and Marcy's reaction to how the Bundys are makes it funny.
Yep.
And then, and Steve being like, so, straight, and he's a square, right? And that's the fun part of it, corrupting him. And he was in Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah. I remember I was looking through his, loosey goosey as teenage boy.
God damn it, manliness.
Well, who else? I'm trying to see who played Allie. Valerie Hartman as Allie. I wonder what else was she in. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. Like have we seen her in anything else? I'm wondering. Like, trying to see that there's like now. Oh, Intimate Obsession. Okay.
That sounds like an early 90s straight to Cinemax.
Yeah, this is like one of these blue movies or whatever. Yeah, it definitely looks like that. Lawrence Lanoff. That's the director of that movie. Okay. I wanted to see who the where's the director of this one again? What did he? Oh, yeah, Michael A. Simpson. This guy, I think, like, did he do Sleepaway Camp 3 as well? He did. Yeah, same guy did part 3. Michael A. Simpson. What else did he direct? Because I feel like he's done other. No, this is not the same guy. Oh no, Sleepaway Camp Part 3. Okay, yeah. Kidnapping. Yeah. Okay, so I haven't seen Funland. Oh, he's the producer. Okay. Trying to see if he did any other horror-ish kind of movies, but no. Saxophone. Yeah. Intimate Obsession.
Oh, Revenge of the Nerds definitely had some Weinstein stuff in it. Are you kidding me?
I got to rewatch all those. I remember by part 4, I was like, yeah, like, okay, I think this has run its course.
Hey, after the second one, I was like, all right, I'm good. Like,
yeah.
And I saw those in like the 90s I saw the first one when I was probably like 9 or 10,
right?
I think. And then I watched this because the first one came out, I want to say it was like, what, 87? Around that time, maybe 86.
The first Revenge of the Nerds? Gosh.
Yeah. Or was it earlier?
Revenge of the Nerds. Let's see.
I
remember getting all mixed up with all
remember.
These. Revenge of the Nerds is 84.
84.
And there's Meatballs. The thing is, there's Revenge of the Nerds, Porky's, Meatballs. There's all of these ones.
Yep.
I know it. Well, Meatballs, I don't remember much of that. There's a bunch of those too. Crap.
I liked 1 and 2. Like the second Meatballs one is funny because you got the alien in it.
Oh my god! Yeah, okay.
It was dumb as shit, but it was
fun. Yeah. There's so many of these, and like I remember thinking, like a lot of them. I don't find a lot of these too funny. I think Nerds was my favorite out of them because the characters are kind of wacky and weird. Like Meatballs didn't have anyone like memorable in it or whatever. Porky's I just found to be like it's Canadian too, so yay Canada, but like I'm just like, what is the point of this movie? Like, what is this movie? I watched it and I thought, okay, there's some funny stuff, but I mean, whatever.
Kim Cattrall is the Howler. Was it the Howler? Was that her nickname?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I get it. It was silly nonsense. But
yeah, that's basically all it was.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, life. I've seen Life Force.
I own Life Force on Blu-ray. My good friend, the late great Groovinator from Raiders of the Lost Flicks, had sent me a copy of that for Christmas. That's awesome. He got it for me for my birthday one year. He got that for me for my birthday. So yeah, the naked space vampire. God,
that was an awesome movie. I've got the novel of it's based sort of. Oh no, is that the one that's sort of
Toby Hooper? That's Toby
Hooper. Yeah.
Yep. The thing about, was it Meatballs 2? It's like the head camp counselor of like the loser camp is the dad from Empty Nest.
Oh my god! Yeah, I used to watch Empty Nest.
Yep. And Empty Nest was a spin-off of
Too Close for Comfort. No,
I can't remember.
Was it Newhart?
Was it Newhart?
It's a TV show. Let me see. Empty Nest. Yeah, I used to watch this all the time. Oh, spin-off of Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Okay.
Oh yes, that's right. It was Golden Girls because he was in there. Yeah, I used to watch that too. It's based on so loosely based on the Space Vampires. I have that Space Vampires. But yeah, Empty Nest. I used to watch that, and whoa, 7 seasons. Damn, these spin-offs, man.
Yeah, 7 seasons of Empty Nest.
Yeah, wow.
Who would have thought that was coming? That it was going to end up that way.
Yeah, Matilda May is that she's from Life Force.
Oh,
and Patrick Stewart's in that too.
Yep.
Doesn't have.
Wait, because that Life Force was what, 80? Was it 83?
I'm not gonna. I never remember these factoids.
I'm trying to think. I think it was like 85. Okay, so that was Patrick Stewart made that right after Dune.
Yeah,
and then was getting ready to start Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh man,
because that started in like 86 87.
My first Star Trek that I ever watched off of TV when it was on new was Enterprise. So I'm a Trekkie, big time. I'm a big time super Trekkie, but only later in life. And I went back and I've seen Next Gen. We're watching it again for the 4th time through. And I've seen Deep Space Nine 6 or 7 times. I've seen Voyager 6 or 7 times. I've seen original series probably 5 or 6 times. So I'm a real Trekkie, but like I don't know when it was on. I guess it would have been when was Next Generation started?
It was the mid or late 80s. I remember that.
Yeah,
because I used to watch it because it was on Saturday nights. 87.
87.
So,
okay.
So yeah, I remember watching that. That was because like I'd seen some of the old stuff with my mom because my mom liked it because she liked William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy.
He's awesome. He's awesome too.
Yep, we'd watch that, and then I watched some of the the movies they were making. Like I remember Wrath of Khan, I think was the first one I saw.
Yeah.
And then I started watching Next Generation, and I was a Star Wars kid. I when I was younger, I didn't really take to Star Trek. Like I liked Next Generation. I started rewatching it again last year. Like I just watch it here and there. I'll catch an episode. I enjoy it. Like the first season's a little slow, but it's not bad. It's fun. I like that.
I'm a Star Trek. I'm a real Star Trek before JJ came in. Like I'm a shill. I'm a shill for. I love every single second of all. When I was younger, I thought Star Trek was for losers and it's stupid. And then basically in high school, people were like, "Oh, Star Trek's really good." I'm like, "Is it? Oh, that just means you're an idiot." I'm like, so then I was like, "It's for losers and squares." And the people that liked it were all nerds. And I liked horror movies and metal. Heavy metal. I'm like, I don't associate with you losers. And it's like, if I'm going to watch anything with the word star in it, it's fucking Star Wars. So then anyways, and then I went to my buddy's place, like, why don't you watch a Deep Space Nine episode? It's like, okay, you can put it on if you want to be bored for, 45 minutes. So he put it on and I was like, well, that was awesome. I'm like, okay, that was pretty damn awesome. And then I was like, I'm going to start watching. I started with Deep Space Nine season 7, watching it off of like repeats. I was like, this is amazing. Then I watched Voyager. And then by the time Enterprise, I'd watched everything. And I was like, Star Trek's the best. I love it. And now I'm a super show for it. Like I'm rewatching season 1 of Next Gen. Every episode, today's episode was Angel 1, where the women are in charge and Riker is wearing that. He's got the super hairy chest. And I like, love it. 10 out of 10. Love it. Like I can't even review it. Like people have been asking me to review these because I've been reviewing some of the other ones. Like it's just gonna be 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Like I love it. I'm chill for it. So
you're like, I can't objectively look at these because
I
love
it's impossible.
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine. I know Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5. I own Babylon 5. I don't care. It's 10 out of 10. Like I know what manliness is saying, and I don't care. Like, I don't. I know it's Babylon 5, and I own Babylon 5, so I own it. I don't care. It's like this movie here. I watched Sleepaway Camp Part 2 4 million times. We would watch it like 2 or 3 times in a day because it's so short. Like literally, you can watch 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again and be bored out of your mind, or you can watch this movie and have a laugh, have a great time. This is a great having your friends over, and not in a not in like a Troll 2 way where you're making fun of it, like. Oh, this is a shitty movie. Like you're actually enjoying watching it. It's like Army of Darkness to me, or Evil Dead 2, or even Evil Dead 1, I guess, to an extent, even though it's not as fun as Evil Dead 2. But like we watched Evil Dead 2 100, like it's like Evil Dead 2. Oh, what do you want to watch next? Let's throw in Sleepaway Camp 2. All right, let's throw in Friday 13th Part 2. All these Part 2s that are short, to the point, pretty solid characters. Friday 2, yeah, Troll 2 is great. Yeah. I got Troll, and it is Harry Potter. Did you know Harry Potter is the name of the guy? The name of the guy. It's what's his name? He was in the stuff. What's that guy's name? Somebody, the man list. What's all the main actor in Troll 1? His character's name is Harry Potter.
Oh Jesus! I don't think I've ever seen the Troll movies.
Oh, Michael Moriarty. That's it.
Isn't Troll 2? Isn't that
movie?
Yeah, that's the one where they're like the
Milbog.
Yeah, Milbog. Yep.
Yeah. Goblin. It's basically Goblin backwards. It's so obvious. It's like Milbog. Oh my god. You mean Goblin?
Yeah.
So I met the kid, and I met the father. The father. You don't piss on hospitality. I met the two of them. They came to Toronto. They did a screening. I got a signed poster.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I can. I'm not going to be able to go get it out, but like it's like I've got. Man, Troll 2 is awesome. It's like The Room, it's like these bad movies or whatever, but it's fun.
Shit. Well, we should probably score this thing.
I mean, 10 out of 10, masterpiece, love it.
Yeah,
every second.
I'm with you on this. I'm going 5 out of 5. It gets all the stars. This one was fantastic from start to finish. It was fucking bonkers, crazy, insane. Angela was just off the rails, nuts. God, what was the act? Pamela Springsteen. Yeah,
she's the best.
I'm looking forward to the next one. I can't wait to watch 3 now.
I can't, because part 3, if possible, they've eliminated even more fat. It may as well just be like YouTube clips of killing. Like it's just like we're like, I'm watching part 3. I'm like, this is my favorite. This is the best. Like, this is the best film ever made. It's like, wait a minute, what about Lawrence of Arabia? Now this is better. What about Citizen Kane? Now this is better. Is this better than Ben-Hur? 10 Commandments? Yeah, it's better.
No Casablanca, nothing. No Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind, out. Yep. And I own all the movies we're mentioning. I own all these movies in my nice prestige collection. But no, what I love is pulling out, Casablanca. I got like the super DVD set. It's got the whole thing inside. It's really nice. Got that nice set. And then pull out Sleepaway Camp 3. And I'm watching both these suckers tonight.
Like, this is my chosen viewing for the evening.
No, dude, I can't wait for you to watch Sleepaway. This is why I know we ran out of time. We couldn't do both movies or whatever. That's why I kind of like that better, because I want you to watch. It's like some people don't like part 3, but they're wrong.
Yeah, we'll do part 3. We'll do that one next Tuesday night. And then the following Tuesday, the 23rd, we're going to have to take off because I have a procedure on Wednesday. So I'm not going to be able to, I won't be able to stream on Tuesday, the 23rd.
So that's,
so that's a week from next Tuesday.
Okay, so 24th, right?
Yeah, 24th. I'm sorry. Yeah, 24th, because I have to go in on the 25th.
Okay, no stream. All right, I got that marked down.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to go to wrestling on the 25th, because that's my procedure day. So but yeah,
no, he's not.
Yeah, I'm getting hair plugs, manliness. Just gonna show up with a thick, full, luscious head of hair.
Manliness just mentioned Revenge of the Ninja. That was the second movie. No. That was the first movie I ever recorded on a VHS tape, Revenge of the Ninja.
Nice.
Yeah, and the second movie was Ninja 3: The Domination, and the third movie I ever recorded was American Ninja with Dudikoff. So,
yep. Dude, I get the second one, American Ninja
awesome.
2. That's with him and Steve James, because those two were together in Avenging Force,
Avenging Force is awesome.
I do anything Canon Films. I'm getting those enhancement, parrot head, goddamn you. Normally you get turkey plugged. Damn it. But no, American Ninja 2 is fucking great. Those, awesome. But yeah, Avenging Force, that's one I watched that with Trey. We were sitting out in the deer blind rifle hunting, and we were sitting out there, and I put it on my phone. We were each had an earbud in, and we were watching. He's like, "This is a cool movie." I'm like, "Yeah, he was about probably 7 or 8." I'm like, "Yeah, I wasn't much older than you when I saw it, because that came out in '86." And I talked to Kane Hodder about that movie when I met him. I'm like, so Michael Dudikoff was supposed to play Spider-Man in the Canon film Spider-Man, and you're Jason Voorhees, and Michael Dudikoff killed you after he threw you off the fucking roof of the building in that shipyard. So does that mean Spider-Man killed Jason Voorhees? And is Jason Voorhees in Pentangle? And he was like, he looked at me and goes, "How do you what?" He goes, "Nobody ever talks about those." I'm like, that's why I talked to him. He was really cool about Then he sat there and told me about all the stunts he did in those movies. He goes, "Yeah," I was getting dragged behind a Jeep, and he goes, "The Jeep flipped over. That was me in there." I'm like, "Oh, that's
shit. That's so cool."
He was awesome. It was really cool meeting him. But,
well, Dudikoff, so his character is Chuck Norris's character in Invasion USA or whatever, which is another like just random. Steve James his character dies. Unfortunately, his character died in Avenging Force, and I really that actually shocked me because I'd already seen all the American Ninja movies with the two of them together, and I know Dudikoff leaves for 3, Steve James stays, and then the guy who replaces Dudikoff is back and forth with Dudikoff, so it's like they kind of swapped it. But Steve James was awesome, and there's many continuity errors in American Ninja 2 where Steve James all of a sudden, no, in Avenging Force where his shirt is off. Yep. And like Dudikoff was like, "Why is your shirt off? You had it on." He's like, "Listen, I didn't work out like this to have my shirt on." He's like, "I don't care about the continuity." You're like, "All right."
Yep.
But Steve James was awesome.
He died like really young too. Yeah. It was very sad. Yeah, the guy was in phenomenal shape. I was shocked he wasn't a bigger action star in the 80s.
I know.
Like it was crazy. Same thing with Michael Dudikoff though. Like he had that 80s look.
Yeah.
Like he was like, and I hate to say this is not to disparage Michael Dudikoff, but he was like the almost like Dollar General Chuck Norris, if you will.
Yeah.
Like they both worked for Canon because Chuck Norris did Canon films. Like was it Invasion? You said Invasion USA. Missing in Action. Those were Canon. Those were great.
Those are great. Yeah, part two was part 1. Like part 2 is a prequel. Like they actually filmed it and then they released them in different orders. But Canon Films at that time, I think they said this in that documentary, Canon Films were looking at Charles Bronson and Chuck Norris, and Van Damme kind of was like, we don't care about this guy, even though he, it's like, Dudikoff, they're kind of like the side guys of the, and you're thinking, well, Charles Bronson and thing are already like B actors, but these guys are like the C, it's like C and D. It's like Bloodsport is an amazing movie even now. And, it's like, they didn't care about Van Damme. It's like they just they didn't think, I think they did Cyborg and then that was the tail end of it. And that was it. So, but anyway,
didn't they do the He-Man movie too?
Yeah. I love that movie.
I know.
Favorite thing. I love that movie. I've memorized it.
I've got it. I've got the one my mom recorded out there on VHS somewhere. That's one I need to pick up another copy of because my kid's never seen that. And I own the Masters of the Universe, the Sunbow series. I've got the whole series. I watched Revelations. I wasn't happy about it. The only thing I was happy with was the animation. Sure. Outside of look, I love my muscle mommies, but the sorceress not the sorceress, but Evelyn is not yoked, even though I was like, damn girl, but no, she's not. She's a sorceress, And then Tila, I could have done without the modern feminist mental illness haircut. And her girl boss shit, which was like, that was never Tila. Like, Tila was she's loyal. She's loyal. She's a badass. And that was it, They did Moss Man dirty because you got Alan Opperman back and you just fucking kill him off.
Yeah, it's garbage. And I met him and he's the voice of Skeletor. I got his autograph on a He-Man thing. So that's bullshit. I actually have cells from the original show. I have cells used from the original cartoon. He-Man's like my favorite. And that show, Tila, once she finds out that He-Man is Adam and he dies, and she should have said, wow, I didn't know how hard this would have been for you. No, she gives up being the Royal Guards. She's like, I'm leaving. You're abandoning your post. Yep. You're screwing your friends over, shaving your head and going off on your own. That's not Tila. That's not a strong woman. A strong woman would have been like, wow, Adam, you sacrificed a lot to keep us safe. And I appreciate that sacrifice. And we're going to help. And we're going to, do this right. And so she leaves. Kevin Smith doesn't understand He-Man. He doesn't understand the empowerment of kids who used to watch this and felt empowered by it. Because when he says, I have the power, like you got jacked up as a kid, like, He-Man, you could easily translate that to an adult audience, but he doesn't know how. It looked good. Like you're like, wow, this is awesome. Like
it was the Last Jedi of animation. Visually beautiful, content-wise garbage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Last Jedi looks amazing.
visually, it's a stunning movie. The way it's shot, the visuals are fucking incredible. But it's just a garbage movie.
Yeah, the story's garbage and the characters are garbage. So what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, you put shit inside a pretty package. That's what you did.
It gets a 2 out of 10 for me because I give 2 points for artistic value. So it's going to get a 2. You know, it raised interesting concepts with, you know, Kylo and what's her name, and then it's like no one cares. And then Luke's a complete loser. So what am I supposed to rate this movie? You destroyed the main character of Star Wars. So what am I supposed to say? Anyway.
All right, but we're right there at 90 minutes, which is a good horror movie runtime, which
longer than the movie.
Longer than the movie. We keep our record intact of talking about movies longer than the actual movies we're talking about. But we'll be back here. I'm not sure if we're doing anything tomorrow night because I have wrestling camp tomorrow, and I'm going to try to shoot some footage with our former MMA fighter who fought some prelims for UFC, who's now training to be a pro wrestler. I'm going to sit down with him if I remember my gear tomorrow at the Dragon's Den, and we're going to shoot a brief little interview that I'll be airing on the channel. I'll be giving that to channel members first when I get the footage edited up, and it'll go on Patreon too, and then it'll be public afterwards. But yeah, I don't know if we're doing a stream tomorrow, but Friday night, Friday the 13th, bet your ass we're sitting here watching Jason Goes to Hell. I think Far From Blake is going to try to jump in late. I know monoTony will be here, possibly Draven and maybe Fisky. But yeah, we'll be starting that about 8:15 on Friday evening. So, J-Man, thanks for joining us again, bro. It's always
great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Hell yeah, brother. Always great to have you. Subscribe, do all the things. You guys know the drill. Links are in the description. I'm Pete for J-Man. This has been Tuesday Night Terrorvision, folks. If we don't see you, have a great day. Pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it is always better to burn out than fade away.